All right, guys, we are back to the 5-minute blueprint to AdWords success for photographers. This is module 2. All right. First, let's review what we have covered in the last video. We went through blueprint parable, gathered the golden goose optimization. We then went through the blueprint key concept number 1. Alpha beta campaign structure, beta campaign purpose, and beta campaign best practices. So here's a quick overview of what we're gonna talk about in this video. Alpha campaign purpose, and then we'll talk about the blueprint key concept number 2. Alpha SKAGs, single keyword ad groups, alpha SKAGs structure, alpha SKAGs keywords, and alpha SKAGs ads. And also the landing page for the alpha SKAGs. All right, let's get started. Alpha campaign really quickly. Remember, alpha campaign setup is very similar to your beta campaign. I recommend you create your beta campaign first, then you copy your beta campaign to create your alpha campaign. You can use this the web interface. And more if you're more advanced, you can definitely use AdWords editor. All right. So first, the alpha campaign, as mentioned in prior videos, this campaign is for collecting, converting keywords. When the keywords get a conversion or a lead in the beta campaign, we would like to move that keyword to the alpha campaign. All right. So that's the main purpose. All right. The other purpose is alpha campaign also should never run out of budget. Since it contains converting keywords, we want to make sure it's running all the time. If you start running out of alpha campaign budget, what you can do is you lower your budget for your beta campaign, and then make sure your alpha campaign is running, right? That way, we're always running the ads on alpha keywords or converting keywords, right? Search impression share should also be near 100%. What does this mean? Search impression share is a metric that Google tells you how much search impression you are eligible to get, or how many people can see your ad for a particular campaign. If you are not getting 100%, that means you are either losing traffic due to your budget restriction, or competitors are outranking you, on your keywords or your ads. All right. If you consistently get 100%, there is still a chance that your your eligible impression will grow, a little, specifically if your account has good quality, meaning you have a very high CTR for your entire account. All right. So that's the search impressions. This search impression share you can actually see in your campaign level, ad groups level, and even keywords level. It's a column that you can configure and then show what the number is for your different campaigns and different ad groups. All right. Alpha campaign also uses only SKAGs. SKAGs are single keyword ad groups. I'll explain in more details the purpose of SKAGs in the next section. All right. Here's a pro tip. You can have more than one alpha campaign, but having multiple alpha campaign is a more complex setup. We will not cover this approach in this course. However, if your account is starting to perform well and you would like to have multiple alpha campaigns, please get in touch with me. We'll get this set up for your account. All right. Skag is it's a short for single keyword ad group. All right. Everything in the ad group is configured to support the keyword within the ad group, so that it'll succeed, right? So in terms of the keyword setup, we only use the exact match type, in the alpha campaign Skag. We bid as high as possible to get the highest impression share. Since it's an alpha Skag keyword in this ad group, it should have gotten conversions or leads in the past. All right. Or, if it's too expensive, we bid to reach, an average of position 1.05 when the skag is a new skag. This 1.05 is the average position of your keyword. All right, it's one of the columns when you open up your Google AdWords and then open up the keywords tab. All right, of course, we want to get to 1.05 or the top position, given that the cost per lead is acceptable for you, right? So why do we want to bid, to an average position of 1.05? So let me just show you an example here. We have this keyword, in the yellow, yellow. For the longest time, we were bidding at position number 1 since we're the dominant advertiser for this particular keyword. But we just I was just reading an article that it's not really completely necessary for for us to bid on position 1. So we did try it, to lower it slightly, just by a little bit, to see what will happen. And then, lo and behold, on April 2016 here on this particular image, you'll see that the cost per converted click actually went down, by a third or a fourth, right? And our click conversion rate remains the same. And pretty much that was what had happened. And then, we continue to have a very low cost per conversion in this particular screen that you see. All right, that's the reason why we don't want to be on position 1. 1.05, 1.1, 1.2, those are really good position to be in, so that if someone is really bidding really high, we don't really have to pay or compete with them, right, on that. Okay. All right. Pro tip, AdWords has a feature for you to bid to a certain position using the automated rules. However, if you are using this blueprint, we have a different way to let you automatically bid so that or your keyword will reach your desired position. Our automation, the bid to position manager, is set up so that it's easy for you to see what keywords have automation, as well as what position you would like your keywords to reach, right? But by all means, you can just use Google's automated rules, right? This one, the bid to position manager just uses a label so that you can show your label when you're viewing your account, right? All right. And then the other thing is make sure to add all relevant ad extensions to your campaign, to your alpha campaign or ad group. This improves your ad rank. I recommend to set up all possible ad extensions if you can for your campaign when you're starting out. So these are typically static ad extensions like site links, call extensions and stuff like that. All right. All right, let's move on to Alpha Skag ads. All right, I recommend that you add 2 ads to maximize ad split testing. And these ads, if at all possible, should be similar to the rest of your account and are tagged accordingly. You use a ad label to tag them. So you can do account level split testing. You do this, you do account split testing via the reports to see which ad label of similar ads have the highest conversion, right, or conversion rates, stuff like that. All right. Ads are customized to the keyword. What does this mean? You would need to make sure that the title, if it can fit into 30 characters, should contain your Skag keyword, right? This is the most optimized way in creating an ad that anyone can do within AdWords. So make sure the ad is relevant to your keyword, right? And if you can add another instance of the keyword in your description, that will help too. In the past, Google will highlight or bold the keyword in the ad. This typically improves click-through rates. However, recently this is sometimes not true anymore, since Google tests different approaches to see what will gather the most clicks, right? Sometimes don't see the keyword being highlighted anymore. But they could put it back. So might as well, make sure the keyword is in there, right? And then it will highlight it when it does, right? As mentioned, the result of this approach is that this will increase your ad relevance. If the keyword is in the ad, definitely the ad relevance score will increase, right? And then, overall, it'll improve your keyword quality score, right? Of course, the goal is to lower your cost per click. When you do keyword, improve your ad relevance, improve your keyword quality score, it'll improve your cost per click. One key note to remember is that if your account has a lot of keywords with high quality score like 8, 9, or 10, the low ones, 1, 2, or 3 quality score keywords will improve itself too, without doing anything. Since there is an account quality score that, not documented anywhere, but it's just something that we observed, and then, Google actually uses, exact match to calculate the account quality score. So it's very important that your Skag keywords have good quality score so that it'll improve the rest of the, keywords in your account. Okay. All right. Like a quick pro tip here, oh, I already mentioned this earlier. Label your similar ads across your account. Between inside your beta or even alpha campaigns, right? Then run ad label reports to see which one is doing better, right? All right, so let's go to the next one. Landing page for alpha SKAGs. Landing page or LP are optimized to the keyword. Why do we do this? All right. This increases landing page relevance, which in turn improves your keyword quality score. And finally, lowers your cost per click. That was pretty straightforward, right? Well, I explained earlier, if you improve your keyword quality score, it'll definitely improve your current keyword as well as, other keywords in your account, all right? So the question is, how do you optimize your landing page to your keywords, right? If you have hundreds or thousands of keywords in your account. Good question. Here's a pro tip. Use landing page dynamic keyword insertion. All right. What is that, you ask, right? Okay, let me explain here. Example of landing page dynamic keyword insertion. So let's say you have this as your URL, yoururl.com, right? So dynamic keyword insertion is basically just passing, what your current keyword is, right? Let's say you add something like this question mark, DKI equals your keyword or equals your plus keyword. DKI, dynamic keyword insertion, is a parameter. When you pass this parameter to your landing landing page can actually pick that up, right? Pick that up and then display it on your screen, display it on your landing page, right? So let's say, for example, you have a phrase that says related search and DKI your topic. So let's say your DKI is empty. You can just say, a specific topic that you put there. Let's say related search, wedding photography, wedding photography services, right? So, and then, when your DKI is not empty, then you replace that with your keyword, right? Let's say related search, your wedding photography albums or something, something like that, right? So that's the dynamic keyword insertion. So if you're using a few of those landing page websites like they're like Unbounce or Lead Pages, and then and a few of them I know they have this as part of their system because Google is definitely one of the largest search engines out there that use this quite a bit, right? But if you're using WordPress, you can actually download a plugin that will allow you to do this. It's called URL Param plugin. So look that up on Google. You can download that. I use that quite a bit, and it works really well. It's free too, right? All right then. So the last pro tip: your landing page should have only one call to action or CTA, if at all possible, right? So your lead won't get confused or won't be confused, right? So because if you have a bunch of things that you're asking them to do, they might have a paralysis of what to do, right? So make it as few as possible, one or two. Let's say maybe enter your information here, enter your email here, and or give me a call, right? Give you a call or something, right? And then put the phone number that's clickable, right? All right. So that's it. So just really quickly, just want to show you the blueprint key concepts diagram. Kind of call them gather the golden goose, right? All right. So in module 1 we talked about beta campaign, and then converting keywords, and then module 2 we then talk about alpha campaign, the alpha SKAGs and stuff like that, which is this video, right? Alpha SKAGs, 2 ads per SKAG, keyword in ad headline, and then keyword in landing page. So that's and then the last part, in the next module we'll talk about what that is, right? So that's the high level view of or a diagram of the blueprint. All right. So quickly, what we covered today, so we talked about alpha campaign purpose. Then we talk about the blueprint key concept number 2, alpha SKAGs, alpha SKAG structure, alpha SKAGs keywords, alpha SKAGs ads, and then the landing page for alpha SKAGs. All right. So, whoops, that's wrong. Anyways, so what's coming up? So the blueprint key concept number 3. In the next module, we'll talk about keyword sculpting. What is keyword sculpting? The effect of keyword sculpting, the problem with keyword sculpting, and how to address the problem so that your account will be pretty, optimized and it will run smoothly, right? All right, that's it for today. And, for this video, I hope you learned a lot, and then, you're getting to understand the picture or the blueprint, the diagram in your mind, how it works all together. All right, we'll see you in the next video then. Bye.